Hey everybody, Jay Average Vintage Collector here. Today I'm doing a VR for Mark at Mark's Dodgers Cards. He is doing a giveaway for hitting 330 subscribers. So first off, congratulations Mark on getting to that number. It's a good milestone to get to, and you put out really good videos. So number one, congrats. Number two, thank you for doing this. Part of what Mark wants us to do is choose some players from our favorite team that are in the Hall of Very Good. So my favorite team is the Astros, and I have a few players picked out that I'll go through. But what Mark also wants are 3 YouTube channels that we are a fan of that are under 3 years old, and give them a shout out. So I'm going to do the 3 of them first, and then I will get into the cards. So the first one, I'm sure plenty of people around here are familiar with, is going to be Billy at Billy Ball Game Sports Cards. Guy's a stud, has a great collection, puts out a lot of good videos, is very informative, but he's also very friendly and very helpful to people that are just getting started with YouTube videos. He was a guy that really helped me out when I first began not too long ago. So I would say at Billy Ball Game Sports Cards first. The next one I want to do is Everyday Card Collector Jason. A great channel, great guy. Again, really nice, friendly guy that is willing to kind of go out of his way to help people feel welcome in this card community, and that I would consider him a friend. Text him here and there, and went on a live with him and Sammy. Really good channel. Please check it out. And then the third one is a relatively newer channel. We started not too far apart from each other, but we've become pretty close friends. And I will say that channel is going to be Rusty at Rusty Vintage Cards. He has a fantastic channel, a great collection. He and his son are into collecting, and they've started to do a couple of videos. His son's been a guest on a couple of his videos. Really good stuff. And those would be my 3 that are under 3 years that I'm kind of giving a shout out to. So without further ado, we'll get to some cards and my Hall of Very Good choices. Okay, so my first player for the Astros in the Hall of Very Good is going to be Mike Scott. Mike Scott, put him over there. He had a career WAR of 22.7, which I know is not very high. He went 124 and 108 in his career with a 3.54 ERA. He did win a Cy Young. He was a 3-time All-Star. He did win an ERA title in 1986, which was 2.22, which is very low. It's outrageously low. That same year in 1986, he also went 18 and 10. He threw 5 shutouts, 1 no-hitter, and had 306 strikeouts in that season. He also went pretty deep into the playoffs that year, went to the NLCS. Over 18 innings in that 1986 playoff run, his ERA was 0.5. Yep, you heard it right, 0.5. He did win the NLCS MVP, even though the Astros lost that year, which is pretty impressive. That does not happen too often. So Mike Scott, probably not great enough to be in the Hall of Fame, especially with that, WAR being so low, but definitely a person that is in the Hall of Very Good as far as an Astros standpoint. All right, next one is going to be J.R. Richard. I love that picture, that card of him. Fantastic picture. I love that old jacket and the stadium behind him. So, J.R. Richard, 1-time All-Star. He also won an ERA title in his career. And again, very low WAR, 22.2. He went 107 and 71 with a career ERA of 3.15, which is pretty good. In 1978, he had 303 strikeouts, and again, he eclipsed the 300 mark in 1979 with 313 strikeouts. I think his biggest Achilles heel for him was that he issued a lot of walks. He also has a very tragic story along the way. After baseball, ended up homeless. Just a pretty sad story. But again, for the Astros during his career, fantastic, underrated guy around the league, but I think from an Astros standpoint, definitely in the Hall of Very Good. Next one will be Jim Wynn, the toy cannon. Guy stood 5'9", great nickname. He was a 3-time All-Star, but only one of those was with Houston. He has a career WAR of 55.8, which is pretty good. 291 home runs, 250 batting average, 225 stolen bases, and under 1,000 RBIs. But the guy was a gamer. He held the club record in home runs until Jeff Bagwell passed him, and his little tidbit of information on him was the first to hit 3 home runs in a game for the Astros. So Jim Wynn is another one that is that underrated type guy, but in the very Hall of Very Good from the Astros. Next up, we've got Cesar Cedeno. Cesar Cedeno, career WAR of 53.1, 199 career home runs, 436 career doubles, 60 career triples, 550 career stolen bases, and an batting average of 285. He's got 5 Gold Gloves, and he was chosen to 4 All-Star games. 5-hit player, 5-tool player, just kind of, his defense was outstanding as well. Again, Hall of Very Good for the Astros, not necessarily in the Hall of Fame. All right, next up, we're going to do, that's my guy Lance Berkman. Lance Berkman, let's see what we got for Lance. So Lance, 51.9 WAR, 366 career home runs, and a career batting average of 293. He was a 6-time All-Star, and in 4 seasons during his time with the Astros, he finished in the top 5 voting for the MVP. He was kind of that, that Killer Bees nickname kind of followed him along. He fit right in with Bagwell and Biggio, and then continued on long after they were done. So, Lance Berkman, the Hall of Very Good. And the last one that I have for the Astros is going to be another pitcher, Roy Oswalt. I love this guy. He's one of my favorites. One of my favorite all-time Astros. That a little bit. Career WAR of 50. He went 163 and 102 career record with a 3.36 ERA, which is pretty darn good. He was a 3-time All-Star. He also won an ERA title, 2.98 ERA. He was the NLCS MVP. He also, NLCS MVP. He has 1,852 career strikeouts. In 2004, he hit 20 wins, which led the league. He is career second in the Astros franchise with wins, second in strikeouts, and third in innings pitched. So those are my Hall of Very Good from my favorite team. Mark, I hope this checks all your boxes, and I hope everybody else enjoyed hearing about my Hall of Very Good and my shout-outs. Thank you.